Hey everyone, in the last video we set up our Mint VirtualBox, but in this one we're going to set up a Mint VirtualBox again, but this time we're going to have our data persist. So the box that we set up last time, every time you go and load it up, you're going to start with a new fresh install. So you're going to just load up Linux, you're going to do whatever work you want to do with it, but it's not going to be like a permanent machine. So in this video, that's what we're hoping to do. So it's quite similar to the previous video for, the initial steps. So if you're unfamiliar with VirtualBox, how to download it, where to get it, if you're unfamiliar with Mint or Linux, how to get that and how to download, again, watch the previous video, and then once you get to this stage in the previous video, then just pause that video and we'll take over from here. So we're gonna go and create a new VM like we did last time. We're gonna call it something else. So we'll just call it Mint VM for virtual machine. We're gonna select this to be other Linux 64-bit and hit continue. Again, we're going to give this, let's say another 4 gigabytes, so same as last time. And we're going to use the exact same here. And virtual hard disk, continue. Again, we're going to leave it at dynamic, and we'll put this at 20. Now, this is where things change. So this was the older box that we were using, that we set up last time. This is the one we've just created called Mint VM. So we're going to start that up, and once we start that up, you can see that it knows of our Mint ISO image. But if this doesn't pop up for you, just go to this folder like in the previous video, and then search for your downloaded ISO image, and then hit start, and we will close that down. Now here's where things change. So last time we were going into start Linux Mint, but this time we actually want to install it. We just don't want to start it up, we want to actually install it onto our virtual machine. So we hit this to install. This may take a few minutes. It'll depend on how fast your PC or laptop is. Even if you have a relatively fast laptop or PC, it'll still take a few minutes. So it may have taken you a couple of minutes just at that loading screen, but you will come to this welcome screen. Now here you can just put in your name or whatever you like, select the language that you want the operating system to use. So we're going to select English and then hit continue. Then again, this is going to be personal preference for you, so you're going to select what format you want. So if it's maybe UK English or US or whatever, just for the sake of this, this will be based on the actual keyboard that you have, or your keyboard layout. So you can detect your keyboard layout like this. So if I go and just type this in, you can say no, and say no, 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 that is not, that is grand. So you can see that it's English US, but you can do that, or if you know what type of keyboard you have, then you can just automatically select whatever one it is. Hit continue, and then after we hit this, you probably want to install these. This is optional, of course, but I'd recommend, because sometimes you can run into just issues down the line when it doesn't have the multimedia libraries and things like that, and then it causes a bit of a problem, and then you have to go and install it then. So just to save that hassle, I usually install them. But again, if you don't want to, or if you know that you're not going to be using or looking at sort of video formats and stuff like that, just using your VM, we're happy enough to erase everything and start from scratch. So that's fine too. And now this may take a couple of minutes as well. So I think we're at the stage now that we've selected all our preferences, and now it actually has to go through the steps of loading up and installing Linux onto our VirtualBox. Oh, sorry, there's actually one more thing. You just have to select your geographical location. So I'm in Ireland, Dublin, so that's where I'm gonna leave it as. Just to set up a computer name, so I'm gonna just say Ryan and then choose my short password so I can remember, and hit continue. And now this is the installation process, so this may take a few minutes. It'll take a little bit longer depending on if you chose to tick the box to install the multimedia things, but it'll not take too long. As you can see, it's copying the files quick enough, but I'll come back to you when it's finished. So the install has been complete, so now it's just prompting us to do a restart. So I'm just going to go and restart it now, and everything should be fine. So you can see it's just booting up now. So it says just please remove the installation medium, so, and hit enter. So this is what you'd actually see if you're using a real machine. Now on this, there's no actual, like USB key or medium or whatever that you're taking out, but it's just to give that more realistic experience of what it would actually look like. And now we can see that it has actually opened up. And again, similar to last time, we see that the wallpaper is totally black here, but if we just give it an extra couple of minutes, we'll see that it does actually go from totally black to this kind of matte black finish with the symbol for Mint in the background. Cool, so that's us set up. We've just got a pop-up welcoming us to use Mint. I'm just going to close down out of that. But I hope you've gained something from this video, and have a good day.